As you guys know, it is Drunken Chat, son.
We came to drink, turning up and party. We came to drink, turning up and party. Somebody say, hey, we wanna party. Hey, we wanna party. Somebody say, hey, we wanna party. Hey, we wanna party. Somebody say,
out of your mind, get crazy like.
For each man in his time to take, until he walks along the beach and sees his future in the water, along the pond within his reach. I haven't needed the world to want.
Sometimes young take matters into their own hands. You want answers? I think I'm entitled. You want the truth? You can't handle the truth.
As you guys know, it is Drunken Chat, son.
All right, it is time to break out the gin and the tequila and the whiskey and the wine or whatever you got, except for the baby oil. You can just go ahead and leave that in the freaking bathroom. But we are here to do another version of this Drunken Chat, son. Sorry that we've been away for so freaking long. I am your host, Chitlin Dreams and Cornbread on the Comic Crusaders freaking network with one of the best man in the freaking nation, the master of everything. You know, where people with full eyes can't see, this motherfucker still seeing everything that needs to be seen. Mister Adam, how's it going, brother?
He's your innovator of the version. Hope everybody is having a beautiful Friday night. I am doing well. And just happy to be back on Drunken Chat, son. It feels like it's been forever.
Yeah, we've been around for just trying to figure out some illegal things and investigations and everything. Not anything that's going on that Chicago, New York South Side or anything like that. Just trying to keep it true to us. Daniel, want to give a shout out to people that are popping in early, man, with us. Daniel Berry Sports Highlights. How's it going, brother? Jorge Enrique, man.
What's
And
up, Brad?
salute Brad Selden.
What's up,
How's it going,
Brad?
my man? Good, a good freaking listener, freaking great freaking gentleman. If you ever need freaking the good tips, that's the man to freaking try and hit up. We are going to keep it simple. We're not going to go into like the normal show because we're still messing around with structure. And people telling me to shut the fuck up. All right, gotcha. So we're just going to talk about some of the stuff that a couple of things that we've missed in the media world. And look, man, freaking, does it get any bigger? Let's go with the first one, and this is one was probably my favorite from this week. The Penguin. The Penguin was a great freaking series on the Max. Came out on the 19th. Um, with Colin Farrell from Matt Reeves, who also directed the Batman movie. I liked it, but what did you think? And I'm gonna let you freaking, give us some wisdom on what you
All
thought
right,
about this one.
this is what if The Sopranos and Batman fucked and they had a kid. This is the show that they would create.
Yeah.
This is just really, really amazing. I like how they used the ending of the Batman movie from 2022 as an anchor, and this show is based in that universe. You're seeing a story of the Penguin's beginnings.
Hmm.
I also like how handicap positive the show is.
Yeah.
Basically, the Penguin is supposed to have some type of mobility issues, and I think the kid that he almost kills and makes his protege has some type of disability as well.
I'm not sure about that. I guess I actually got to pay attention now, but um, yeah.
Uh, and then, of course, the MVP of the show, character-wise, is Sophia Falcone. I think we're going to see
Yes.
her transfer back into Hangman. And,
I think, and I'm glad you brought that up because I think some of these shows are finally getting it. There is a time and a place for these strong female leads, and it's not just to fucking say some crazy shit and they freaking go off and then you don't see them in a while, or no, you bring in a strong female lead, and in the scenes that she's in, you just let her fucking take the hell over.
oh yeah, well, actually, one of my favorite scenes was even though it was just mostly talking, was the restaurant scene with yeah, I'm spoiling the shit out of this. Yeah, we're spoiling your TV shows, man. Thank you.
Well, yeah. Well, I mean, let's be careful. So you could say that there is a restaurant scene
There is a restaurant
that
scene,
she is in, and she
and
does
she
act.
steals that scene. It's like every scene that Sophia Falcone is in, she just steals it, and you feel her power.
Yeah, because you kind of get a sense that there's something up with it. You just don't know what exactly is up, right? Everybody's telling you that there's something. In fact, everybody, even her first appearance on the screen, you can tell something's up, but you don't know what's up, right? Um, and then once she finally like just lets it all out, man, it goes absolutely freaking bonkers and absolutely freaking nuts, man. Just really freaking good stuff. Um, let's see. I'm trying to find the name of the actress that actually played her.
Blanking,
Uh,
I'm blanking.
let's yeah, let's
Just the meta glasses shorted out my brain this week.
yeah. But anyway, yeah, she does a really great really great freaking Sophia Falcone. In fact, now that I'm looking at the Catwoman actress, when oh yeah, and I want to
Zoe
give a shout
Kravitz.
out. God, yes, I, the Catwoman was just not as strong, nor even close to being as strong as this actress right here, Christine Milioti. Christine Milioti. That's the actress. Um,
And that
this,
name sounds familiar for some reason.
oh, that mean that's the actress that plays her. Um, and just really good stuff.
If you're,
Just the
like I said,
look
if
of
you're
it
a
still
fan of
looks
like
good.
the Sopranos and other like mafia style shows with organized crime, I think you'll like it. If you're a fan of Batman and Gotham City type stuff, you got that in there. If you were a fan of the Matt Reeves Batman movie, this is a nice bridge between Batman 1 and what we're gonna get in Batman 2, I think.
Yeah. Well, I think another one that I would like to throw in there is True Detective, which is another HBO Max series. Um,
I am so far
and
behind
that
on that.
wouldn't, yeah, I wouldn't suggest the latest season, but the first season was really good. The second season was also really good. And that one was with Colin Farrell. Colin Farrell was in one of the True Detective series. So there is True Detective, which has got some horrific stuff in there, and it's from the perspective of the cops that are investigating. There is a grinded out uh, pathway to it, a rhythm that's like, hey, you don't just get to skip from scene to scene. Every scene has a freaking purpose, and you got to freaking grind it out to figure out why are we here and what's happening freaking next. And that's where the Penguin falls in. It's not going to let you just escape. It's not
Yep.
going to like, oh, here we are. Even in there's a couple of scenes that I think people are missing, and I know for a fact is that there's a couple of subway scenes, right? There are some absolutely important freaking Easter eggs that are in those, and these are not spoilers because I know you probably wouldn't have seen it if, regardless. Is that if you there's stuff on the walls and everything. And then if you're still not paying attention to what the hell is on the walls, there is a little teen kid, right? And he's passing out these papers on the subway, and on the paper, there's a QR code, right?
Yep.
So what you are supposed to do is you're supposed to take the QR code, freaking, and go to the site that it was up, and there's this long line of freaking dialogue. That's they're talking about the Falcons, and then there's a link inside of that that you got to click, and brings up even more stuff. So I thought that was a nice touch.
Yeah, it actually brings you to the same website that you had for the Batman movie when they were doing those QR codes at the end. And it gives you
Ah,
this whole extra news story, Gotham City's news story about about Alberto Falcone.
yeah. But that brings up one of the books that you wanted to talk about, was her first appearance, which was what?
Batman Long Halloween #6.
Yeah. Originally appeared in, written by Jeff Loeb and Tim Sale.
God
It
rest
was a
his
limited,
soul. He was
yes,
taken from us
sir.
way too soon.
Yeah, it was a limited series from the mid '90s. In
It
that
came out in
story,
'97.
yeah. In that story, she got out of prison to help her father track down the Holiday Killer, and revealing her own penchant for just cracking the fuck out of motherfuckers, and just loving violence. um, Now, the difference in between the way she was drawn in Long Halloween, and the way she is in the series is that in this comic series, she was tall, like she was a big bitch, like, and I mean that with all respect. She was a well built, big old bitch. Like like you ain't you don't. If you were in a long hallway, or one of those freaking dark fucking alleyways, you're gonna be crying for mommy. All right.
You'd
So
be
that's the
just
way.
fine.
Yeah, that's the way they drew her in a freaking series. But here she's kind of freaking dainty, and she's demure. She's wearing the rich person clothes. But there is a way that they turn things in there, because once again, when she comes on the screen, so she's all demure and kind of surprising and everything. But once you get along with her, things take a wild fucking turn. And you realize that you are just a fucking rat caught in a fucking trap. So I did like the way they played it out. It's kind of off-putting the way they
Yeah, and
freaking
they
played it out.
also reference her, because she's more of a background player in Long Halloween. Like, she really shines in the sequel to the series, which is Dark Victory, where she
Mhm.
becomes the serial killer, the Hangman, which they did reference in the show.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
And once again, Jeff Loeb. That's the second Batman masterpiece by Tim Sale and Jeff Loeb.
What do you think? Do you think that's where we're headed, for a long
I
Halloween?
actually, the one thing I've noticed throughout both the Batman from 2022 and this, the source material they've been using the most, the three story arcs, is Batman Year One. They take a lot from that with the Maloney versus the Falcons. Batman Long Halloween and Batman Dark Victory seem to, and if you want to throw in Catwoman When in Rome, because those are all a trilogy of the miniseries. Probably the greatest thing that Jeff Loeb wrote and Tim Sale drew. I really think that's the source material they're going with. Very early days Batman, very still mafia driven, and there is no mafia.
Yeah.
We sell spices and Italian foods, and things occasionally fall off a truck. There is no fucking mafia. Capiche?
Hey,
You
don't
bitches.
get racist on here, man. Freaking,
I'm Italian, so it's not being racist. I'm just not.
man, you're everything nowadays. You're black, you're Jewish,
I
you're
never
freaking
said I was
Italian.
black.
Yeah. All right.
You ever see I was black? I mean, I love
Yeah, man. You're
everyone, and
from the
everything
13th.
equally.
I heard that you were from the 13th tribe of Israel, man.
What the fuck?
Oh
I'm
man.
a mutant pimp Italian Jew And that's just what I'd be, man. With a 1-inch pocket rocket for an excuse for a penis that looks like a grape.
Hey, Jesus. But much respect to our our brothers and sisters over yonder. But yeah, so how what do you expect in the second episode?
This is the first time going into a second episode of a show where I don't know what to expect. I want to see more of the penguin's mother, just because I thought that scene was just
Notification from Discord. Me 6.
that scene just
Yeah, yeah, the scenes with his mother is very intriguing, um, different from the Gotham scenes because he uh what the fuck's going on? Yeah, so in the Gotham series, you had Cobblepot as a young kid freaking coming up, right? And you could literally I could see it in my mind how this kid now turns into the penguin that we have in front of us. It would be a perfect transition, but then they decided to do something a little different, and now the mother is still around, and she's way different. So I kind of think they missed out on some opportunities there. Um, but I mean, it was still intriguing. She
yeah.
she the only thing that she was trying to do the whole pep talk thing, and
Yep.
it was you could tell it was her first time, the actress's first time giving a pep talk, so it didn't really work. They
Yeah,
probably should have.
the words were there, but there was no oomph or pizzazz behind the speech.
Yeah, because there's
It's
two
like,
ways you got to
you're
do
a
it.
pussy boy. Well,
Yeah,
I didn't raise no pussy boy, and there's just the delivery just felt so fucking flat.
right. Because there's two ways they should have had her either play it. Either you go with the inspirational one, right? But you got to work on her with it because that's not a thing. Unless you're a person that played sports and you were a captain and you actually had to give those speeches, you may not. You could tell that was something that she had never done before. Now, number two is you go with the Norman Bates' mother freaking approach, and you fucking take out his fucking manhood and you slam it with a fucking hammer. And she wasn't ready for that either, right? And the
I think
reason why
that would not have worked well.
that would have worked well because now you turn around with the Sophia Falcone situation, and you could have him be very businesslike and professional, and hey, I'm only here for the change with the guys, but when it comes to the females, he's very withdrawn, and easy to fucking have his balls fucking gripped by females because of his
There's some
relationship with his
mad
mother.
ball busting.
Yeah, because of his relationship with his mother. That's the way they should have played out, and I think maybe that's the way they wanted to try and go, but I don't. It just didn't work that way. But otherwise, everything else was absolutely freaking great. Brad Selden says, "Let's not get Meshuggah."
What's the what?
Meshuggah. It's a Swedish word. Well, not Swedish
Okay.
word. Yeah, what's the
Do I
word?
look like I'm educated to you peoples? I'm gonna know your
You
big
didn't.
words and your difficult big words.
You never heard of. You never
What's
heard
up?
of. Wait, you didn't have a bar mitzvah?
Yeah, I did.
Okay.
It's just been a while.
He says it's only been 30 freaking years.
Let's see. Yeah, about 40 something years, give or take.
Yeah, Brad is saying it's Yiddish.
That's what I thought.
I mean, there's a lot of Yiddish folks in Philadelphia, so that's the only reason why I kind of know it.
Yeah, but like I said, I'm looking season 2 of the Penguin. If there's time, I may go back and watch the Batman.
I think that's definitely a freaking choice. All right, let's go on to the other one that came out while we've been gone. Beetlejuice. This is
Beetlejuice.
this is the look, this is the second one to Beetlejuice 30 something years freaking later. We can do spoilers on this one
36
because if you
years
haven't seen it
later,
by
if I'm
now.
doing the math right.
Yeah. And the thing that freaking it was so great, but it is kind of genius. And the thing that sticks out to me is what they did to the dad, right? Um, the dad from Beetlejuice One, he got rolled up on some CP charges, so they decided to not have him back. But they had still had the character in the show. But what they did was they killed him off by having his uh, having him bit off, like his whole half of his top body was bitten off by a fucking shark. And the thing is, this is literally a thing about fucking ghost in what happens to your soul in the afterlife. So it's not like, oh, now he's dead and you don't see him anymore. You still see the character still running around in some of the scenes, right? So you just see a body just running around with no fucking head throughout the other fucking scenes.
That's an interesting way to do it.
It's crazy, and man, and it was just fucking great. But the wildest thing, because remember, this is all about the reason why they did it to him was it was about CP. Is that when they did have a funeral for him on scene, but while they did it, they had these Catholic choir boys singing as his body was being laid into the fucking ground and shit.
Holy shit.
Yeah. So, but as before we continue, I want to make sure that we get back on our best behavior because we are not just good when this man is on the scene. We are not the baddest motherfuckers, but we are the motherfucking greatest because Sir Christopher, the motherfucking greatest, is here. How's it going, my man?
Well, what's going
Hi,
on, fellas?
hi.
Dude,
What's
I'm
up, brother?
fucking geeked. I am fucking geeked right now. All right. Can you see it? Hold on. Let me see if I back it up. How the fuck? There it is, dude. Yeah, fucking geek. You see that
Kiss
grade?
9.4 Kiss. What is it? Kiss number one?
Is that the Marvel Super
Marvel
Special
Super
number one,
Special
brother?
number 1, baby.
Congratulations.
Fuck yeah. Thank you, sir. I had to bust my ass to get that shit the past couple of weeks and keep up with everything, you know.
Yeah. So right now, and we'll go back and let you talk about Penguin, but right now we are talking about Beetlejuice, fucking
Beetlejuice.
Beetlejuice. And Cosmos One says it was good enough. Bottom line, it was fucking fun. It was always just fucking fun. It was not supposed to be some Oscar-winning fucking thing. Um, Brand Tellen says heaven's on fire, ink with blood. Yeah, a lot of great freaking Easter eggs. The freaking a lot of great freaking misdirections. Because look, Monica Bellucci is going to be the cosplay for this Halloween, bar none. That's just the way it's going to freaking work out, man. Because her presence on scene, even though it was inconsequential, it had nothing to do really with the narrative or the story. People were fucking loving the way she was fucking looking, man. Just absolutely fucking fire. Just fucking great fucking stuff. Um, all the it was
Man,
weird.
I love that popcorn bucket too.
I have not gotten any of the fucking buckets, man. I have missed out on all the fucking buckets, man. To include, there were some ones that were given out at
Try to
SDCC.
go order it online.
Yeah, I don't know. It kind of
Man,
cuts out
they
of the
had
fucking
that
hunt. I'm all about the
that
hunt, man.
steel one.
I'm all about the hunt. I'm all about going to the freaking place, freaking grabbing that shit, man. The only one that I would actually like to buy online is maybe the Demon Slayer making popcorn one, where the bucket is the hole in the bucket goes through her asshole.
Ass butter for
Yeah,
all.
it's weird. It's weird. Is you fucking
Yeah.
you open up the fucking
With
box
ass
and
butter.
it goes through her fucking ass. It's weird, but
Ass butter for everyone.
is it Toy Time Studios is asking, is it me or did Beetlejuice feel like half of a true Tim Burton movie and the other half trying to be music driven like James Gunn? It's no, you're absolutely freaking right, man. Most of it that it did have quite a few musical numbers. But guess what, man? It was still freaking good. It was still fucking good, man. It was a um I didn't freaking I hate musicals. Absolutely fucking hate fucking musicals. But you know what? I didn't freaking mind it at all, man, because it's because Beetlejuice is supposed to be fucking ridiculous anyway. Toy Time 2 is also saying that the Batman spotlight bucket went fast and it lights up too. So you got one.
Nice.
Oh, and then
I'm hoping maybe when I go
Yeah.
see Batman Forever and Batman Mask of the Phantasm tomorrow, the AMC and Times Square will have a couple of those buckets.
yeah,
Yeah,
then
all of them were gone, dude.
uh, and then Cosmic One is saying Terrifier popcorn bucket is out now. What Terrifier are we on? Are we on number 3 now?
Yep.
Man,
Yeah, we're on
fuck.
3, and the popcorn bucket is him in a Santa Claus suit, like from like a bust, like the head to shoulders.
Ah,
Yeah, dude,
yeah.
shit, I have to order them because the theater by my house. I mean, we got people camping out overnight to get these things now. So, it's no more
Yes.
walking into the theater and getting it here.
Yeah, I mean, and I live out in the middle of the fucking woods, man, and people still fucking grabbing the shit out of those things. So, uh, I appreciate that, Toy Time. Has missed some drunken chat last few weeks. Look, we needed something to really talk about, man, and now we've got Bang 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 Bang. Beetlejuice, which is an HBO freaking Max, freaking production. That look, they you know what? I'm not going to talk about the fucking company, but it was a freaking great thing, and hopefully this is a foretell of some great stuff happening in the future. And then the Penguin, which is another HBO freaking Max series that just came out September 19th with Colin Farrell, written and produced by freaking Matt Reeves. We talked about it for a little bit. Chris, did you get to watch it yet?
Hell yeah, that show is amazing. That shit was off the chain, dude. I've loved every fucking minute of that show. I don't have any gripes. I mean, I'm gonna be just 110% honest, dude. That shit was great. I didn't see Colin Farrell. I saw the fucking Penguin.
Mm.
Great. And when he brought Victor in, dude, I love that shit right there so much. Like when he first sat there and looked at the sunset, and I was just thinking in my head, like, dude, this shit is great. This is awesome. Now, if we go deeper into exploring the Batman realm, dude, like, give me some villains, but make them like realistic and real world like this, and you're in the fucking money with me, dude. Because I cannot wait to see Arkham Asylum now. All right.
Okay.
And
Yep.
I loved how they kicked off the show and gave us like a whole little rundown of the Batman of all the shit you needed to know. And, it didn't leave anything like unanswered to me. And the things that were left unanswered are just like, what's next? So,
Yeah, I don't know how many episodes we got. It's probably like 6 or 8 and everything, but they've shown that they
Hey,
know how to fill up what they got with a whole bunch of information visually.
yeah,
They're not telling
usually
me.
Max shows are like 10 episodes.
Yeah. So for instance, there was the one particular scene where, Falcone's son shows up and they're talking back and forth about what type of mafia or what type of mob boss he's going to freaking be. And he's like, "Oh, you want me to be the type of motherfucker that's just going to go out and give my money away, and be, terrible?" It's like, that's what the fuck you want me to be? And that hits harder because in the scenes before that, they show how Gotham was looking at that point from viewpoint. Viewpoint is all fucked up, especially after that flood from the movie. So when he's talking about, I don't give a fuck about these people, if the penguin is like, motherfucker, okay, watch this, right? So they really know how to tell story visually, and then put some context to the stupid shits that some people say. And I think that script is really written very well at this freaking point. Definitely can't. They can. The problem is they can only go down at this point. They can only go down. Fuck 'em. But man, so I see somebody was talking about Penguin should be good. So it looks like he hasn't read. So we're not going to do any spoilers unless you have something else that you wanted to point out. I did point out earlier that pay attention to some of the scenes where it looks like nothing, where nobody's talking, but there's stuff on the walls, there's stuff in subways that actually have actual stuff that you should pay attention to. The one thing is, like, especially on one of the subway scenes, there's a kid who's uh, pushing out these papers and everything. There is a QR code. You can start from there, and it goes to a freaking web page, and then there's a bunch of stuff to include some links and stuff you gotta push and point and everything, and you'll find a whole bunch of other stuff. It's crazy. Um, Sophia, fresh out of Arkham, yes. But Toy Time Studio says he's about to watch some Agatha all along later on this night. Later on tonight. What do we think about this one?
Those are
I
so
thought the
sexy
episode
witches.
started off slow,
Testify.
but
So the first episode,
yeah,
you
it
think it
picked up
started out
like right
slow?
after the first. Yeah, it after the first like maybe 15 minutes, then it picked up and it was really fucking good. I mean, even the kind of like the detective portion of the beginning wasn't that bad. But like I said, once it got picked up, I was loving every fucking minute of it. So I
Right.
caught a few things too that I don't know if everybody else caught, but
Well, yeah, because it was trying to. Because here's what it was trying to do. It knew that a lot of people during the whole WandaVision thing, they were tearing every scene apart, looking at the Easter eggs, trying to figure out what the things meant. So they knew that a lot of the WandaVision fans were going to carry over to the Agatha All Along fans. So they knew that in the first episode, at least, that we were going to sit there and we tear it apart, look at all the freaking Easter eggs. Acronyms mean things, letters mean things, names mean things. It's nothing is inconsequential in that freaking thing. But then at some point, it's like, okay, now that we've got you here, we actually got to freaking start telling this fucking story now. And then it says, "Fuck you, we got to go over here freaking now." And that's where the second episode freaking takes off and does its own freaking thing, and I love that. St. James Crider says, "Yep, really enjoyed the True Detective homage. Start plus Aubrey Plaza in a suit. Call 100% can get it."
I'll buy some
uh,
Abby Plaza for $1, son.
yeah,
Recognize. I'll buy her
Aubrey
back for
Plaza. Yep, Aubrey Plaza. Yep, she can get it. Yeah, I mean, look, I mean, I am not. I think I'm trying to think of anything. Here's what I will say. The thing that kind of caught my attention. So in here, there's eventually do the witches coven because you see them here. They all get together and they do the witches coven and everything, and they've got to cast a spell. And the way they cast the fuck spell is absolutely freaking fantastic. And I was thinking, oh my god, this is what the Star Wars Dathomir fucking witch sisters should have been fucking doing. This is because
yeah,
the harmonizing in the body movements. This is the shit that fucking makes sense. That the sisters Dathomir shit from Star Wars. That shit was fucking terrible, and it fucking tore my fucking ears apart. I couldn't fucking stand that shit. Um, said it just sounded like freaking a bunch of freaking teens freaking just singing off fucking key. But here, man, it fucking actually makes sense, and there was a narrative reason for this to freaking happen.
To be
That's what
honest, the
came up.
musical I did not. I actually enjoyed the musical part of the singing of the road more than I thought I was going to.
Yeah. Well, singing and
yeah,
casting spells is a strong part of the Wiccan tradition. So that kind of freaking has to be, man. You know. Um,
yeah.
so man, they once again, I hate musicals, but here we are, right there. They did a freaking good freaking job. I do want to say to the people that were upset. I think I said it before. The people that were upset about the presence of the gay characters and the gayness, the LGBTQness presence here. Um, I don't want to go tell you to go fuck yourselves.
Then I'll do it
However,
for you.
I will say that you do need to be very aware that most of the Wiccans and witches that I know of are mostly LGBTQ plus. I'm not going to say plus. I don't know. I don't know any trans, right? I will say, especially like the ones from like Europe and America, they're mostly LGBTQ. In the comics, Wiccan, no, he's booed up with freaking. Actually, he's married now to a
He's
freaking
married
Hulkling.
to
So
Hulkling.
right.
If memory serves me correct.
So I guess the question is, does Hulkling make an appearance?
No, I don't
Because we
think
do
that
see
we're
a
gonna see Hawkling
photo.
in this yet.
We do see a photo of the bow.
Yeah, but I don't think we're
I
gonna
think
see
you'll get
Hawkling in
Easter eggs
this.
to Hulkling, and that's it.
I have
Yeah,
I've only like I said before, I've only listened to it. I haven't really taken a good look at what the fuck is going on. I've only listened to it. But I do know that there was a weird photo of the bow called the Biff or whatever.
yeah,
Um,
but still, they gotta fucking first of all, they got before they get to any of that shit, they have to explain Wiccan how he's here because there is no hex. So how the fuck did he come out of the hex? Okay, and we don't have hex energy going on anymore because once Agatha broke out of it, that was it. So first they have to explain how Wiccan's there. Where did he come from? How does he even tie into Wanda at this point? Then on top of that, there were other things that were teased that I feel like we'll get before we get Hawkling because those things were already really confirmed to be in the show. So that the mention of Blackheart twice, then when Agatha zoned out a couple of times, I'm pretty sure I know who the fuck that is. And if anybody else has been paying attention to the things that's been said about this show, then I'm pretty sure you should know who it is too. So, he's a guarantee. We're gonna get him in this series, guaranteed. So it's like they have other things that they need to explain before they start getting into people's relationships. And I think that's the least of their worries right now.
yeah, I see what you're talking about. Um, I will say that the
Can I please say something?
yeah, go ahead, man.
And this is not Blind Adam, uh, you know, talking. This is just Adam talking. Can we please? This is 2024. Can we please stop bitching about homosexuality and just either accept it or shut the fuck up, please? It's a part of everything now. I mean, these poor people get crucified enough. Can we please just shut the fuck up?
I will say this is that
I don't say you have to like it, but it's there whether we want it to be there or not. So just, you know, I don't know. I way too much fucking hate on it.
yeah.
And it's
Well,
ruining. It's,
I think well from my standpoint is that when they do try to include it in some places, it is just kind of forced. The people that are writing the material are absolutely freaking terrible at it. Like the writer for America Chavez, the books. I like the character. I like the concept of the character, but how she's written the character is absolutely freaking terrible. So I'm glad they freaking eventually took her off of it. She may need to mature some other freaking books, but the way she was originally written, absolutely fucking terrible. And then when you force it into some of these media, these movies and series, it's so awkward without intentionally being awkward. It's just kind of fucked up. Now, as you try and put teens, LGBTQ teens into certain spaces, it's awkward, which is the way teen love is. Teen love is awkward, right? But if I'm trying to listen to a fucking narrative or a freaking story, and then you put this awkwardness on top of it, it slows every freaking thing down. We gotta figure out what the fuck is going on. Maybe don't do that right now. Let's get on with the narrative, and that person just happens to be, and then we can freaking go from there. But there just hasn't been that magical formula yet that people have figured out that that's okay. Now I will say this: the Child's Play has a series in which the kid is, I think he's gay. Yeah, he's gay, and it's a slow progression that is okay and it makes freaking sense. It's not overpowering the actual narrative of people getting chopped up. That's freaking great. But some of these other freaking series and freaking movies, they just haven't figured it out yet.
Well, I'll say like
Uh,
in the Chucky series though, um, they did kind of like progress that. They didn't kind of like just throw it in your face. But to be 100% honest, like in Agatha, it wasn't really an issue because like he had his little, you know, sweet moments, but it wasn't like I didn't feel like it was overbearing in the show at all. I felt like any type of attention towards that, you know, that's a personal thing right there because you know the show is decent so far, you know.
yeah. Chad Case is like okay, we like different things, but he has no desire to watch Agatha all along, even for the naked chicks. It's naked
What's up
chick,
with
man.
that?
Got me wondering about you, Chad. It doesn't seem like an issue with the series. Yeah, it's done fine, right? Good on those that do. There are people that live with SW sequels. Is that Star Wars or sex work sequels? I'm not sure what that means.
Um, there's sex workers in Star Wars. Awesome sauce.
Well,
At
anytime you
least,
have
at least,
slaves, anytime you
at
have,
least you can use the force to get laid.
anytime you have slaves, you know there's some of them are going to be sex workers.
Hell
Um,
yeah, recognize.
oh, he's talking about the Star Wars sequels, not sex work sequels. Okay, gotcha.
It
My
can be both.
bad. My bad. Okay.
Aw.
So next up, I'm going to talk about because it looks like I'm the only one that actually saw it. I'm going to give my recommendation: Transformers One. Absolutely freaking good, freaking stuff, and I can see where they've got another two parts coming. Right. So you know how in most of the live action movies and the other movies they were trying to sell you toys.
Mhm.
Mhm.
They decided not to do that. They actually decided to tell a freaking story, and that story is on planet Cybertron. You've got Pax, which becomes Optimus, and Megatron, who is actually T-15, and they're just buddies that work together. Crazy buddies, but they're the buddies that work together. Eventually, something happens. They have this great adventure, and then that leads to them becoming who they were. There's all types of twists and freaking turns that says, hey, which what was presented in the beginning is absolutely not freaking true, and it's really great the way they freaking laid it out. The Bumblebee character is absolutely freaking great for freaking comic relief. But he's not the only one, which is kind of weird, right? Because while eventually the Megatron character and the Optimus Prime character eventually become a real serious character, Bumblebee stays behind and stays the comic relief. The Anna Lee character, not is her character is there to carry on what's going to happen um, in the second sequel, or the sequel that's coming next. But for your money, this is an absolutely freaking great freaking movie, more than what I was freaking expecting. Especially because I didn't think the graphics on first appearance was freaking that good, but it's good enough because look, it's a kids movie. Here's well the other thing I will say, and even though I love the freaking movie, it was a great freaking movie. Here's what was distracting. Let me compare it to the first Venom movie, right? In the first Venom movie, it had a problem with these live action scenes, and you couldn't tell who the fuck was Venom, who was the bad Venom, and who was a good Venom. It was just a whole bunch of black stuff just going all over the place. Same thing is happening in here where you have a whole bunch of metal parts flying all over the place. This one's flying over here, punches are being thrown, and all this weird stuff is happening. And you had no idea what the heck was going on, where they were going, and it was just okay. I don't know what's happening. And eventually, towards the end of the movie, they did slow it down, and it did start to make sense. But for the first half of the movie, it was absolutely freaking ridiculous and not watchable. But otherwise, when they just slow it down and say, "Hey, let's actually tell a fucking story this time," great fucking movie. Chad K says that he does have high hopes for Transformers One. It was a great movie, man. Absolutely, freaking take the whole family. It was freaking actually really fucking good. Um, and I will pull back on my saying that the graphics were terrible. It's the characters designs that were terrible, but eventually they evolve and it looks really freaking good. So it was actually done. I can say that it was actually done intentionally. And Brad Sanders says you and Panic at the Disco. Not sure what that means. All right. So you wanted to talk about a book that was brought to your mind for Venom 3, Adam.
Yeah, Marvel Tales Venom, the Ian Chuck Lee cover. There's
India
also a
Creed.
Jeff Artel. It reprints the first Null. And it's not all that expensive.
You talking about Marvel Tales? No.
Yeah.
Yeah, the number one. I got a regular cover and a 1 in 100. Midtown just had them on sale for 60% off, if I'm not mistaken, last week. So
Yep.
I picked up one of the virgins because I already had the regular trade dress. Yeah, there it is.
Yeah. Yeah, I think this is a good play right now. I think anything that Null is like doing really well in the last like 2 weeks. I know the Venom movies get shit upon, but out of all the bullshit Spider-Man villain movies we've gotten, the Venom ones have been fun. I have high hopes for Craven. Don't ask me why. Yeah, because it's Craven and it's that Johnson kid who played Kick-Ass. I don't know, but just Venom has been fun. Tom Hardy's the man as Venom.
Yeah, I agree.
Plus, there's also a great Venom porn parody, which is hysterical. You guys should Google Vencom by Wood Rocket Productions. It's awesome sauce.
Brad Selden is saying that the Venom movies have had absolutely freaking trash stories.
Yeah, but they're fun as hell.
I wouldn't say that. I would say that when you're talking about the Brock and his relationship with the girl, with Annie and everything, those are okay. Those are actually pretty good. But the direction they've been taking the whole Venom thing.
Yeah, I just thought that the symbiote's got yellow fever, man.
Yeah. All right.
But that is a great pick, Adam, on that book, though, because little people do you know that is actually Noel's first ever solo title. So it is still a good buy. Later on, it'll matter, but right now, people they don't value it because the only thing they value is that third print right now. We went from that being $300 all the way up to like $700-800 now for the 9.8.
I was actually thinking of submitting the third print I have because it's signed by Donnie and Ryan. Yeah. But that's all it has is a Midtown COA.
Well, CGC did just start accepting.
Yeah, I'm thinking about submitting it to them, or I'll just go to CBCS like I always do because CBCS has always taken really good care of me, but. And I bought it off a friend of mine right before the book popped a couple of years back, and he always always busts my balls about it.
Yeah, I mean, but that is a great pick, bro. So,
like I said,
there's another one out there too that is kind of getting slept on pretty hard, but that's that Web of Venom, but it's the incentive for it. I didn't see everybody post the regular Web of Venom, the orangish, goldish null color.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's like a ghost.
Yep.
Chad K was saying that he will probably never love anything as much as that first Transformers movie. He said he saw it in the theater when he was just 16, and just the soundtrack of that
Excuse
movie
me,
will
Chad. Are
always.
you talking 86, the animated, or that Michael Bay, Megan Fox titty explosion one? Clarify, please. That's all that Michael Bay movie had was explosions and Megan Fox's titties.
Yeah.
I may be blind, I'm not that blind, yo.
Oh, and I will say also that he says that one from '86, and I will also say that the reason why I really like the way this is going is because they don't just say, "Hey, there's just Transformers." They say, "Hey, by the way, there's also other races in this freaking Transformers universe right now. There's your Transformers that are on Cybertron. Oh, and by the way, there's these Quinticons that are out there that started this freaking war. And oh, by the way, there's GoBots.
The
No,
Kmart
that's pretty cool.
Transformers?
Yes, there's GoBots. And they not only say the word GoBot, but there's actually some GoBots in this motherfucker.
I think
So
I am going to go see this tomorrow now. Now you got me intrigued. They actually included the Kmart Transformers, aka
yep.
the GoBots?
Mm-hmm.
Sweet.
We just got a shit ton of 80s Transformers toys and GoBot figures at the shop just this like maybe 2 days ago.
Yep.
So all I've been doing is working on Transformers and GoBots for the last 2 days.
And if anybody needs any of the Bumblebee 86 wave, I got some. If you guys need some, just hit me up.
I may have to hit you up.
Man, Transformers Terminator is coming out pretty soon. Or no, that already came out. There are fight scenes in Bay Transformers that are amazing. Bay is great with technical details. And then Toy Times is talking about Megan Fox at her peak before getting all goth and weird and Botoxed up. That's my comment, not hers. All right, let's go ahead and start getting into some of these books because 11 o'clock will be here soon, and we don't want to cut into the Hot 10 show because we know you guys probably want to switch over for that. Let's see, what do we got up here? Super action. Look at that freaking. You know what they should have did, man? They should have made this fucking spider fucking glow in the dark. That would have
Yeah,
been
that would
fucking
have been
freaking.
amazing.
That would have been sweet.
I'm talking about Action Comics number 1071, covered by Clayton Henry. There's a huge ass fucking spider getting the fucking throw elbows with fucking Superman. They should have made this fucking joint. In fact, somebody needs content right now for a second print. They need to fucking make that motherfucker glow in the dark. Then there's Wes Craig cardstock. Not giving a fuck. But here's the 1 to 25 by Mark Spears for Action Comics. All in. Adventure Time. Waiting on more Adventure Time stuff about it. Possible more a movie. There's an Ascender Compendium. I'm a little weirded out by this because there's already it's called The Creator, which is a movie that looks just like it. It looks like it should be like the prequel to this shit, but I don't know. Babs number 3, Jason Burrows. They just need some better artists on these. But there's a Babs number 3. It's a 1 in 4 Richard Pace unlockable variant. Tell me why Babs, who is Conan's freaking female counterpart, has got Conan across her lap while she's riding fucking horseback, and he got his cheeks up, got him cheeks up while he's freaking tied up.
Project
Yeah.
Pegasus in the house. Conan style.
It's this is the S&M cover of the week, man. We got my boy fucking tied up, got his ass cheeks up.
Yeah,
You know,
face down, ass up. I've been telling you for years, man.
yeah, but why you gotta do it to
Stick
my
it
boy
up
Cat?
fucking.
Why you gotta?
Fucking.
Yeah, but on top of a horse though, that's
Why
devious.
Why not?
Motherfucker devious.
A horse, of course. Isn't that what Mr. Ed taught us?
Yeah, then there's this other 1 in 4. It's kind of boring by Erica Henderson. Baby Barbarian by Scoot and the Player's Throne. And there's a sketch. Batman and Robin, Year One. I might have to pay attention to what the fuck's going on with that one. Cover B's by Michael Janin. Cover C, Mateo Escalera, cardstock. There's a 1 in 25 Carl Kerschel for Batman Robin Year One. And then there's a 1 in 50 by Lee Weeks. There's an omnibus for Batman Bruce Wayne Murderer Turned Fugitive.
Oh wow. Nice.
And then Batman Superman World's Finest number 32, Steven Segovia. Then there's a 1 in 25 by Francesco Tomaselli. It's got Superman and Batman in their old, I want to say 1940s. Yeah, 1940s freaking costumes. And also you got Wonder Woman.
Nice.
Batman the Brave and the Bold, number 18, Simone de Mo. Batman getting fucked up by some snakes. Not sure who the snake character is, but he's fucking with him again on this Christian Ward cover. And then there's a Carmine Gian Domenico cover with Aqualad, and I'm not sure who. I guess that's maybe like a Martian female Manhunter. And of course, you got some auditory freaking octopus freaking legs and shit. Where we at? Second went too far. What the fuck is going on here? How did I do that? All right, here we go. Black Cloak by Image. And then Mad Cave has a gnarly looking cover called The Body Trade, issue number 2, and it's got this character on there that kind of looks like it's trying to be a wannabe Swamp Thing, but it's just the dude just looks like he's been freaking in a bad fire. Catwoman, number 69 by Sebastian Fiumura. Then there's also a Frank Cho cardstock. He's trying to come back. I remember during 2014-15, he was all over it. Then he kind of went away. Cover C by Hamari cardstock. That's actually not bad. But then there's a Daniel Sampier. It looks fucking weird. This 1 in 25 Novovovich cardstock would actually look really good with a as a poster. Sissy, just in time for Halloween. Sissy number 3. And this is just the Comic Shop News number 1940. That's that little free joint you usually get from a retailer shop. It's got the Nosferatu. Some great art for Nosferatu on there.
Nice.
Cow 1964 number 2. There's a facsimile of Crisis on Infinite Earths on the George Perez cover.
What issue is that up to now?
Well, I mean, this is just a facsimile of the Crisis on Infinite Earths. So I don't know like how many there were.
But David, I think they pulled a page out of Marvel's book and they're reprinting the entire fucking 12 issues.
Really? I can see them doing that, some stupid shit like that.
Yeah. Facsimiles piss me off.
Dark Knights of Steel All Winter number 4. This is very disappointing because the covers for issue number 1 were absolutely freaking fantastic, yet nobody gives a damn about these fucking covers. This one is really freaking great for Dark Knights of Steel All Winter. Cover C by Reiko Murakami, cardstock. This dude fucking chilling in fucking snow with his fucking Viking gear on. And it looks fucking great, yet nobody cares. Department of Truth, number 26, cover A by Martin Simmons. It's got a depiction of Marvel Marilyn Monroe singing to the president. For
That's
those,
awesome.
yeah, for those that don't remember or were too young to remember to know at the time,
YouTube it.
and JFK back in
JFK was one of the greatest presidents.
the day.
I'll speak. I'll speak on behalf of everyone here. JFK was one of the greatest presidents to ever live. He had his hand on the button, Marilyn Monroe on his penis underneath the Oval Office desk, telling Cuba, "Get the fuck out of Florida, or we're gonna blow you to smithereens." Bless him.
Then there's a 1 to 10 by Allison Simpson. I'm not exactly sure what they're trying to depict here. I'm not sure whether it's a riding Red Hood riding whatever freaking homage. I'm not sure what's
Red
going
Hood
on
or
here. Little Red Riding Hood homage.
she's a slut.
Yeah, I'm not sure what's going on here either. Um, Destro number 5, cover A by Andrea Bersani. Then there's the Sanford Green. 1 to 10 by Nikolai Sismasija. 1 to 25 by Marco Ferrari. Not sure who that female is on the cover. Then there's a Torrin Clark. 1 in 50 for Destro issue number 5. Disney Masters Collector's Box Set number 1 hardcover. Now here we go with these covers have actually been doing pretty well depending on where you got them and if you get them out early enough. EC is keeping it going with Epitaph from the Abyss issue number 4. This is a cover A by Lee Bermejo. Great freaking cover with old girl trying to fucking get out through the fucking window and the bad spirit is right in back of her. Then there's a cover B by James Dacoa. 1 to 10 by James Stevens, kind of a homage to Scotty Young with some of these covers. And then there's a black and white of the James Dacoa. 1 to 50 by Rhiannon Hughes. And this one is a hardcover. It's called Fabulous Fury Freak Brothers, High Times and Misdemeanors.
Interesting.
I think I'll see if I can buy a copy for McClay. Falling in Love on the Path to Hell, number 5, Gary Brown. That was another one that had a really great freaking start, but yeah, people just falling off of it. Green Lantern, cover A by Hermanico. And there's a 1 in 25 by Leslie Lurie. Now, I'm kind of disappointed in this one. Leslie Lurie usually does some great freaking work. Yet this one, it's just not hitting. Gromit's number 1. Gromit's number 1 on his 5th print.
Damn.
And then number 4 is on his 2nd print.
All right, so the ones on
IPI Comics. I've never heard of these guys before, but they've got a cover for the title "The Human Fly," written by Bill Sienkiewicz. Or excuse me, the cover is by Bill Sienkiewicz. Janie Sparks, issue number 3. Too much weird stuff out
What
there.
is DC and these indies doing? This shit looks so mediocre.
I don't know, man.
I like that. That's fire.
Yeah. Multiverses, Collision Detected. It's got is that Gravity Falls with Scooby Doo and Tom and Jerry and Batman and Superman?
It might be.
Yeah, I don't know my cartoons very well, but
Like I said, and Gravity Falls is the one cartoon I'm not 100% familiar with.
I like that too. It's pretty fire. I don't know. I've been feeling all these little multiverse covers that they've been having coming out
yeah.
since
Now
this
that's
ran
definitely
started.
this one is definitely Adventure Times with Superman. Trying to fuck him up. Nightwing number 118, cover A by Bruno Redondo. Then there's a Jamal Campbell, Sir Gakuna, and your auditory freaking Nightwing number 118 ass freaking cover.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was collecting these variants, but now this one, I just put an end to that shit.
Yeah.
I think I'll just get it for just to be a completionist, but I am highly disappointed in this one. They just had
Night.
to make him do a
Yeah.
look behind, right?
Yeah.
I'll probably have
Nightwing
a
is
20 pack of that every on my table at every convention for the next 6 months.
Nightwing is the only character that I see that they insist on doing like a doubled up cheek ass shot from behind.
It's
That's
been one
true.
of
It
his
does look.
staples for like 25 years plus.
Power Fantasy. It has got a second print, and it has also got a 1 of 10 foil for the second print. Reading Black is back with issue number 30. Interesting stuff going on in Rick and Morty. Youth in Rickvault. I think there might be some new Mortys in this one. Roman Ritual number 4. I feel like I've seen maybe they're using the new same cover from something else, but I don't know. Savage Dragon Vault Edition hardcover. Rat City Spawn, Rat City issue number 7, cover A by Breath Boot. Then there's a cover B, Carlos Var. Salmon's Twitch, Case Files. Violator issue number 2. It's like a Viking spawn, maybe? Stabbity Ever After, Scott Legacy Edition number 1 by Ryan Kincaid is one shot. This one's for Adam, some Vampirilla freaking goodness.
Titties, yeah. Titties,
Blood.
yeah.
Some bloody front meat. I don't know whether her shower just freaking is like the only one that I know of that just kind of puts out fucking blood like that, but it's definitely a theme with her stuff.
Yep.
And then the soap's got blood on it too. I don't know what the fuck's going on
That's
here.
weird.
You know? Tell you what, bitch, you freaking come over to my house, start bleeding all over my soap, you can get the fuck out. Because nobody's using that shit again. Incredible Hulk, Ryan Brown. Spider Boy number 12. Where are we at? This one is a Derek Chu.
That's fire too. I like that one.
Yeah, X-Men number 6. This one is a 1 of 100 Magneto variant. Make sure I get right one. Yes, I kind of like this one. I like the way they got Beast, man. But there's so much stuff going on in the freaking background that gets ignored. Now, this one is kind of interesting. Conquest ish 2099 issue number 2. You got Nova, but he's got Wolverine claws on him.
No, that is Logan.
That is
That's
Yeah,
not
Logan.
this
Nova.
guy, I was gonna
That's
say, isn't it
Logan.
Logan?
Yeah. So in this time, reality, whatever the fuck you want to call it, at the moment, Logan actually is the last like surviving member of the Nova Force somehow, and yeah, and they're basically taken from that what was it, Annihilation 2099 that we just got.
Yep.
They're taking all the characters from that issue and finally putting them all together for Conquest. So definitely pickups because those other 5 issues were great. So
Nice. Where we at? Fucking some Dazzler action by Villalobos. I thought we were
yeah,
done with Dazzler. I thought now that the movie came out and everything, and she's not coming out, we were done with Dazzler.
well, I mean, she has a whole
I think
run coming out now.
honestly, I think we're only about to just begin with Dazzler.
Yeah,
Shit.
she's definitely getting ready to show up. I think that she just didn't show up in Deadpool, but I think she's definitely gonna show up. Too much money for her not to.
Now she had to get ready for the football season. She ain't got time for all that.
Oh no. I like this Gwen too. That's fucking fire.
Spider Boy, yeah, Spider Boy is it number 12 or is it Spider Society? Spider Society issue number 3, 1 of 50, Spider Gwen variant. In Spirits of Vengeance, absolutely fucking great fucking masterpiece. Love it. Love the fucking color pops off the fucking fire. I never get tired of looking at fucking Ghost Rider. I'm sorry.
Yeah, it's dope.
Venom War Carnage issue number 3, Greg Land.
Is it just me or did like Marvel really step up their fucking game compared to all that DC and indie shit we just saw? I mean, it just made me not even want to look at DC and indies anymore. I mean, like,
Damn it,
fuck,
they
I'm
ain't
mad I
listening.
spend money on the first
They ain't
three
listening.
issues.
They ain't listening.
Uh,
How's it that tell me how in the fuck that DC has a series out called The Penguin, and you don't have any fucking Penguin books out right now, or at
because
least
it's
a
gonna come
fucking
late, like they usually do it. Every time they it's supposed to be out at the same time. You know that shit always comes out late. They did the same thing for the what was it, Justice League? They did the same thing for the Flash. They did the same thing for Wonder Woman. That dude, they never had a fucking book on the shelf when their shit was in theaters. Ever.
uh,
It's like all of a sudden they finally get the release date for the film and be like, "Ah, fuck, we're 6 months out of time. Hurry up and put that shit through."
you should have at least some type of a treaty, right, where people can go, oh shit, this is fucking great. Let me go ahead to the freaking comic book shop or Barnes and Noble and figure out what the fuck I just fucking looked at. No, they ain't got any of that shit. It's
Definitely.
crazy. Venom War, Lethal Protectors, man. This is a good one right here. Love it. Um, it is Kendrick Lim. Kendrick Lim, just a regular freaking old, not even like a 1 in 25, 1 in 10, just a regular old freaking cover, man. Now this one is a 1 in 10 design variant for a silver symbiote. Sylvia Sablenovia is the silver symbiote. This one is done by Luca Moresca.
Fire.
What the fuck is why why is Cyclops got him right in his dick like that? I don't know what the fuck is going on here. Very intriguing, but it's won a Wolverine Revenge Red Band issue number 3, 1 in 100.
I'll pass.
Yeah, Greg Capullo. Like I
What were you
understand,
thinking,
I
man?
like I understand this is supposed to be a fight and a bear hug, but I don't know when you got your, I don't know. Look, my man's got a little chubby, and then you got me pressed up against your chubby man. Man, we no, we definitely going to fucking have to fucking chop it out.
Yeah,
Yeah, this is
we have
weird.
to throw hands,
Yeah,
man.
Yeah, Colossus. He. Why does he have Wolverine's nuts on his leg like that? You know, I'll have to pass just because of
All
the
right, can
nuts
you
on the
guys
leg.
stop describing stuff, please?
Damn, we thought that's the part you liked.
And then next we got Wolverine Revenge, Red Band number 3, 1 in 25. This one is a polybag. Nick Klein. Um, it's man, it is
Oh
a
yeah.
great. The art is freaking absolutely amazing for the main art, but then they got the 3 characters on the freaking end, and it kind of fucking messes it up, kind of.
Yeah, they should have definitely had this as a Virgin 1 in 100, and they could have put a dick on the leg variant for the 1 in 25. They sure in the fuck switched that up.
That's what you get for marketing sometimes.
Uh, it sucks
But
though,
Marvel
because it's
doesn't know
just
how to
like,
market dick, man.
now this is fucking fire. I'm not gonna lie. We could have took that on a Virgin.
Yeah, this one is a Marco Mastrasso. Still doing some kind of underrated. Every once in a while, he does some really freaking great work. And this one is a Ryan Stegman 1 in 25. Not Red Band, just regular Wolverine Revenge. Secret Wars. Not sure what there's supposed to be going on here, and the characters kind of look out of proportion, not everything, but I guess that's what we're doing nowadays. Um, it's not the facsimile. Which one is it? It is the Greg Land 1 in 25. Some houses. It's either House of Slaughter or something's killing the children. This one actually is weird and it caught my freaking eye. Um, this one is House of Slaughter, issue number 26. It is a 1 in 50. It is, and I guess the interior art is done by Letiza Konanichi, but it doesn't really say who the cover art is yet. But this looks like the type of thing that you like hang up on your fucking wall to seem demure and pretentious and shit. It looks freaking good to me.
Who is it? Isn't that Tula Lote?
I don't know whose signature is that because it says
I can't even see that shit.
Alan Sargent.
Oh, yeah. That shit looks like a Tula Lote to me.
Don't know who this is, but looks fucking fire. Looks good. Uncanny Valley. I think this one is like a 1 in 25. Powerpuff Girls, issue number 4. I'm gonna have to dig into this because it's supposed to be with Princess Morbucks or something like that, and I've never seen this character before, so I need to figure out which was her first appearance.
This is Warbucks, you say?
Yeah, Princess Morbucks. She's a little girl, but she's a arch nemesis of the Powerpuff Girls.
It's not ringing a bell off the top of my head.
Then we've got the Spider Boy issue number 12. Is this her first appearance or first
Yeah, I mean,
casting
her
appearance?
first appearance of the character is going to be in issue 11, and then in 12 it'll be the first appearance as Spider Girl.
Okay. So right now, this one is a 1 in 50 Elizabeth Torque version. Jorge Enrique is saying, "Yep, she was in the cartoons." Yep.
All right.
And then this one is a 1 in 100 Michael Cho. Wolverine number 1. That's that X-ray joint. But this one is the second print. Mike Gleason. Another freaking Peach Momoko Wolverine, issue number 1. Trying to see what else is out here. Titans number 16. There's some John Jing for Titans number 16. Actually, this one actually doesn't. It doesn't make me want to go out, get off my freaking couch, and go down to the local comic book store and fucking go get it. But it actually looks pretty decent. Here's your Halloween trick or treat version by Kendall Soames. They keep trying to make Cyborg a thing. Not gonna happen. Ultra Mega by James Herron, number 6. Void Rivals, another Transformer shows up, and I have no idea who that is. Actually, this is Void Rivals number 9, second print.
All right.
They're beating the shit out of these fucking second, third prints and shit.
You know what? Void Realm number 1 just had its 10th print, so.
Yeah. Like this Walking Dead deluxe shit.
I do well with those fucking Walking Dead deluxes.
I don't understand what they're doing with Witchblade either, because they just brought back the same old character as Witchblade instead of bringing out a new character. And you can see everybody's already forgotten about the 150 Campbell. Wonder Woman cover A by Daniel Sapir. Then man, he definitely went down to fucking Mexico or Puerto Rico and got a Latina, man, because this David Nakayama, she don't look like she's out of freaking Western Europe or anything like that.
Justify. Titties for the win.
I'm not gonna say all that now, but you know the lips definitely look like she she can get to work. The number 14, cover D, Kelly Jones trick or treat variant.
Very nice.
And then there's a Daniel Sapir all in foil. And lastly, 1 in 25, Steven Subic. She definitely looks like she definitely freaking works out. Weird. All right, let's see. Well, that's fucking sucks.
It sucks. It sucks.
Yeah, it looks like my freaking keyboard ran out of fucking power. Let's see.
What do you have? One of those battery operated ones, or?
Yeah. Because the less I feel like the less power that's connected actually inside your freaking thing, your desktop, the quicker it actually runs and everything. My count. Orders. New releases. All right, let's see what's coming out next week or next Wednesday, September 25th. Amazing Spider-Man number 58. Nothing special there. I do feel like this wraparound Marvel Studios actually looks freaking pretty good. Done by Ryan Mendering. Man, fucking, I know the actor that did Anansi for American Gods, he's got to be pissed because of all the stuff that they've been talking about with Mr. Gaiman and all. So they've been canceling a whole bunch of his freaking projects. There is Archie Jumbo Comics. Right now, it's low in stock. Probably because you got Archie in that superhero freaking costume, which I don't think it's not his first appearance in that freaking costume. There was another joint where
No, it's not. I just can't recall it off the top of my head.
Right.
It's Archie's all about the pussy.
Right. And I might have to go back but there is a dog on this cover and it's in a superhero costume.
Oh, that's awesome sauce.
And then there's a Avengers Annual number 1 by Ryan Mendering with Thanos, and he's got the glove, the gauntlet.
The important one will be that Avengers 1 and 10. It's a spoiler incentive. Yeah,
Yep, RB Silver. So I don't have the art for it yet. And I kind of like this one, the Black, White, and Bloodshot #1. Nobody's gonna freaking read it, but I do like the cover. They actually needed to take off a little bit more of the lettering and just have more of their freaking art, and it would have been fine.
I'll give a Bloodshot book a chance. What the hell? I'll read it.
Oh, here we are. It's actually they did it on the 1 and 10. They took out a lot. They shrunk a whole bunch of it so at the top and there, so that actually looks pretty good. They just need to stop fucking up the character and fucking up the IPs. Do. All right, here's one of my favorites. It is a Creep Show Volume 3, issue #1, 1 in 10. It's a baseball game, and it's showing it from. It's got the catcher, and he's caught the ball, but the catcher is nothing but a freaking skeleton, and the ball. It looks like it went through the batter, like it went through his whole fucking heart. So the batter's
That's
just
awesome.
yeah, and it's really freaking like realistically freaking graphic. So I think that one's going to be a good one. Deadpool teams up. Yep. So there's a Deadpool team up issue #2, 1 in 25 by Maria Wolf, and it's got Hulk, Deadpool, Wolverine, Spider Gwen, and another character. I'm not sure who that is.
Nice.
Chris Star.
Right, Chris Star.
Yes,
Yeah.
Chrysler.
Okay. Okay. Apparently, Dick Tracy has a book out now.
It's been out for a while.
Yep. Feral issue #6. And there's a homage to. I'm not sure what that's a homage to. Is that
It seems
maybe
like
the
everybody
Barbarian?
fell off the furrow.
Yeah. I'm thinking this is maybe a homage to Barbarian, which just came out a couple years ago. Great freaking movie, by the way.
Possibly.
And then Maria Wolf has got a 1 in 25 with Feral as well.
I'm gonna have to try to get Tony back on the show.
Yeah, I mean, I think what everybody's waiting for is for him to finally get, because we had I forget the name of the Stray Dogs, right? And there was announcements about Stray Dogs, but nothing's happened with Stray Dogs. So until there's more news about Stray Dogs, I think people are kind of slowing on taking a whole bunch of freaking stuff right now. Gone cover gallery one shot. Goobers #1 is coming up. It's got a whole bunch of different homages, mostly Garbage Pail Kid homages.
Nice. I know McClay must be all over those.
And then look, this is one of the. It's really good front meat art for you, right? This is some Project Pegasus thing. Good.
Specking on titties, specking on titties, specking on fucking.
Yeah.
Yeah. Catch the brown.
Grim Fairy Tales #88. Cedric Poulat. There's the one where she's fully clothed, and then she's at least got pants. And then there's another one where she's. Actually, I like this cover D by Cardigrade as well. And then there's one where she's just in bra and freaking not even tights. I forget what you call pantyhose and freaking heels, and that's not it.
Give me 1 second.
Fishnets, sir.
And then Hello Darkness issue #3, Butt Naked Chick on cover A by Riviera,
Naked chicks.
written by Garth Ennis. There's also a cover B by Frizen, but it's pretty, but it's not. Doesn't really tell me what the book's all about. And then How to Steal an Election #1 is coming out.
Finally.
Yeah, that's the one with cover by Elisa Polketta.
Yep.
Kill All Mortals is coming out. Some great Lady Death demonic comics are coming out. As you know, you got to have the front meat and the back meat out.
Goddamn right.
Some more Project Pegasus with Looker's rear view back set.
Yeah, okay.
And it's two young women on this cover, and they're in their bikinis. And I don't know whether maybe there's a fly that appeared on her bum, but she appears very intentionally trying to hit or smack something away from her bum. Something like that.
Awesome sauce.
I hope it's not a mosquito. It's malaria with that shit.
Yeah, that might
Um,
be
here we go with and I'll get back to that one. Masters of the Universe: Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles of Grayskull, issue #1.
Oh, wow.
And it actually looks pretty good. Cover A is by Freddie Williams. It is cover A and cover B. But the one that just caught my eye, and I think we talked about it before, is Man Goat and Bunny Man Beware the Pigman, issue #3, 1 in 20.
Yep.
And this one is the homage to Space Jam.
Yep.
Looks pretty damn good. What do you think, Chris?
I like it too, man. I picked one up.
I picked up 2 of these.
Yeah.
I've been just focusing on certain incentives, trying to stick more or less to my Marvel, but things like that keep taking me out. I've been trying to switch my focus to things like the Kiss book.
Yeah. James Carter saying that he bought that Poulet 1 in 20 lingerie vision. Nice. I forgot even whether I ordered this Man Goat joint. Usagi Yojimbo, Jared Cullum. Cover H unlockable. Cat my boy fighting a dragon. There's a new book by Distillery Comics. It's called Missionary issue #1. There is a cover H red label Howard, which is supposed to be non-safe work. Now, as you guys go out and if you pass by any distillery books, don't forget that there's supposed to be some type of secret book, right? Like it's like I don't know, like whether it's like 1 in 20, 1 in 30, 1 in 40, I don't know. But if you check like by the barcode, there's supposed to be some little special art that the owner is claiming is the thing. They showed it to us on this freaking TikTok. I haven't seen it in any of my fucking books, so fuck that. But just wanted to make sure you guys were tracking that. And then here we go. Monster High new Scare Master issue #2. I think there was a new comic book day for these Monster Highs, but I have been selling quite a few of the toys in anticipation of this Christmas coming up. So look for that to be a thing. Namor issue #3 looks pretty good. Alexander Lozano. And at first I thought it was a horse, but apparently that's a sea fucking horse. That just looks like a real fucking horse. Crazy. And then there's another really good one with Fabrizio Del Tomaso. That's fucking dead. NYX issue #3. Leslie Laurie.
It's a great read.
And let's see, how are we doing? It's in stock. I can't believe people aren't scooping these up. NYX #3, Scott Forbes. I forget who this is, but old girl looking like she's fucking just trying to freaking get a little bit of money to freaking get a Hotel 6 or Motel 6 for the night.
You still have Motel 6?
Yeah, man. And they're expensive as fuck, which is weird.
Yeah,
Because
you know,
I don't have
uh,
I don't have Motel 6. I have like Extended Stay America.
Ah,
ooh, that's the
fucking rich
expensive big
fuck.
baller shit. Yeah.
Yeah, rich as fuck, man. Phases of the Moon Knight, issue number 2, 150.
You know what's crazy though that I've been noticing is that I'd say take it back about a month and a half, nearly 2 months ago now. These fucking things, it's a couple of things that wouldn't even be in stock after day fucking one. Now it's like people are literally waiting until the day of to even buy this shit.
Yeah.
And it's getting bad though because I'll give you a perfect example like Wolverine Revenge #2, that 1 in 25 by Alessandro Casera. Dude, that shit should have been gone. They were sold out since solicitation's been up. And then all of a sudden, it's just like, oh, nobody's paying attention to it anymore. And that even the Rose Besh on the Wolverine Revenge, I
Mhm.
was surprised, dude, because they're both really good looking. And that Ben Harvey right there for Phoenix,
Oof.
um, at a
Oof.
$90 price mark, I figured it would have been gone, but I don't know what's going on right now.
It's rough in the streets, man. Fucking money's fucking coming rough for some folks, man. So a lot of
Yeah.
people have been pulling back. It's just the way it is, man.
People
You
are
know?
starting to sell kidneys and shit, man.
Yeah, I ain't
Yeah.
selling no fucking kidney for no damn comic books. You know what I say. Maybe for some good alcohol, but not for some damn fucking some books. Um, here we go. Predator versus Black Panther Rose Beige. Such a weird combo.
Yeah, it's pretty fucking cool, but I'm surprised it's not gone. But I think just even the Raza, the 1 in 25, is just like I figured those would have been gone like that.
I don't know what's going on with fucking Ram Guy because they had a fucking awesome fucking cover with the bitch on the fucking bike. And nobody fucking bought it. I don't even understand how that didn't even make it in the fucking top 10 for that fucking week. I don't understand. Um, here we go. Ram God issue number 3, cover D by the Toli. Just the looks like they pulled some dude's fucking head off by his fucking eyes, and you can see his fucking spine coming out of his head. Actually, looks like maybe it's a fucking robot. Red Sonja, some Rick and
I figured
Morty.
those red band issues would have been gone by now too, but mm, it must be what you said, man. Because Werewolf by Night, I figured all those EMGIS A covers would have been gone. But I don't know, dude. It just
Uh,
seems kind of weird right now with people buying right now. I don't know,
yeah,
dude.
and
It's
and
some
don't forget.
unfamiliar shit.
Well, don't forget, we also got 2 major fucking Comic Cons coming up. We got fucking Baltimore coming up. Is it this week?
Baltimore actually started today, actually.
Yeah, yeah,
And then
shit.
New York is next, right?
Yep.
New York is in about 3 to 4 weeks.
And yeah, you're right, bro. All those MCU variants have been slept on hardcore. I wouldn't be surprised if we later on see an uptick in that. As well as the Spider Society from this past Wednesday's release, for the first ever Evil Madame Web, which is actually an Aunt May variant.
Hmm.
So, I'm just noticing like certain things, usually people are all over it, but
Thundercats number 8, cover B by Perillo. It's taking too fucking long. Fuck that. Huh. Let's keep going. Yeah, all these Thundercat joints are freaking taking too long. Not sure what's up. Looks like there's maybe a new character called Apex. Maybe never heard
Yep.
of him.
Yeah, that's a new character. It's his first appearance.
Ultimate Spider-Man issue number 9. It's got different covers, including 1/100 by Craig. There's an Uncanny X-Men issue number 3, 1/50, with Jubilee on there. Bubblegum cover.
Nice.
Frankenstein. Oh, Universal Monsters with Frankenstein issue number 2. All the covers are sold out at the distributor level.
Damn.
Again, that happened for issue 1, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
And there was another Universal Monster that just came out. I'm not sure whether it was Bride of Frankenstein, but it was one with a lady on there. It doesn't look like it really did anything, but it looks fucking great though. The one I have up right now is called Valkyrie Saviors Kia Storms issue number 2. This one is a cover A by Tixnen. And Adam, we're not talking about front meat. We're not talking about back meat. She does have quite a lot of armor on. However, the positioning of her legs and her showing her abs is quite up your alley. But it looks like she would kind of. Yeah, I don't think you can handle her. I think you might need a
You know what?
decent sport. And it's kind of right now. It's kind of low on. Yeah, right now kind of low. And then there's another one that's kind of low right now. It's Valkyrie Kill Storms. This is issue number B by Abedons. And this is by Antarctic Press, by the way. And it looks pretty good. Venom War Daredevil number 1, Stephanie Hans.
Nice.
Nothing special. It's got Daredevil, but no, it's got freaking Elektra as the Daredevil, and she's fighting along with Venoms or fighting against Venoms. It's not very clear. Not sure what she was going for there. And then there's Venom War Zombiots or Zombiotes, and it's got She-Hulk and Hellcat and all these other characters fighting these freaking zombies type Venom type deals. But the numbers look pretty good. I mean, they're available. Werewolf by Night Red Band, 1/25 by David Mack.
Look.
Then there's Wolverine Revenge issue number 2 by Greg Capullo. This one, even though it's a regular cover, it is sold out. And then there's a 1/25 by Rose Bish. Looks like it's sold out as well. It's looking kind of good. Oh, I mean, the art's terrible, but it might be one to look out for. Actually, oh, that was the 1/100. Yeah, the 1/100 is sold out. And here's the Wolverine Revenge Red Band number 2, 1/25. Let's see what the art looks like. This one is done by Juan Ferreira. Got my boy freaking tied up with knives all around him. And then X-Force issue number 3, 1/100 by Clayton Crane. Looks like the art doesn't want to freaking come up. But then you also got a 1/25 by J. Scott Campbell. Oh, excuse me. X-Men number 2, second print by J. Scott Campbell. That's one with magic on the cover. And then that ladies and gents, is all. So that's all I'm going to show. Unless you guys or anybody in the chat has something that they wanted me to find and show. Um, it's 11:31. Looks like we overshot the time that I wanted to go. They start already? Yep, they've already started.
No,
Yeah, it's all
no,
good, dude.
Yeah, man. So let's go ahead and freaking turn over to freaking Hot 10. I'm sorry you're gonna I can't reconnect you guys, but you guys can go ahead and freaking find it. Tell Brian I said freaking hello and how do you do, and Red Hood and Aaron and all those guys. If you guys need anything, you can't find anything, please let me know and I'll see do my best. Don't forget, if you are looking for any type of toys for Christmas, now is the time to start looking through that stuff. So go to Diamond Previews, start looking for the toy stuff, as well as EE Distribution. We've got connects to get into that stuff now. And of course, you guys will, if you're listening here, you of course get that nice pull box discount as much as we can. Man, once again, it was a pleasure freaking hanging out with Adam and the greatest freaking podcast of all time, Sir Christopher Grace. But it is time for us to freaking get drunk and freaking go to bed. Out. Uh-oh.
For each man in his time to take, until you walk along the beach and see this future in the water, along that arm within his reach. I haven't needed a one-to-one.
Sometimes men take matters into their own hands. You want answers? I think I'm entitled. You want? I want the truth. You can't handle the truth.
As you guys know, it is Drunken.